Yeah, I've got a couple apps that I've built that I use. So first of them is the sales app. And so in this app, this is mostly just used by me so that I can reach out to users, either users who are new signups or users who are already using the product that we haven't really reached out to that maybe would be good candidates for upselling if we want to get someone to upgrade from a free plan or someone to move up to our enterprise plan, we can see that. And so we have a few views here. This one here is our customer health score. We can see, I won't open it because it has real user data in there, but we can see which customers are using the product really actively. And then we have a query to figure that out. But the view I will open is this one, which is actually the main one that I use, users to reach out to. And so with this view, we're pulling in a bunch of users, and here we're just sorting them by when they created their accounts. We can see a bunch of people signed up today that are meeting the criteria of this view. And so we have a few filters on here so that we only see users that we want to try to reach out to based off their email domain and stuff, that different activity that they've taken in the app. And so what's really cool though is that I can just click on a user here. So maybe I'll select this one. You'll see also, same as Tom, I've obscured this data so we don't expose anything for the demo, but normally we'd be able to see their name and email here. And then I can see a bit about the user, and then I'd be able to pull out their email domain and check out the company and see what they do. And then if it seems like someone that I want to reach out to, I have this action that I've already created called send email. And then also these would be pre-filled if we weren't obscuring them. And so basically I get this whole email built out for me based off this information. And so we actually pre-fill a couple things inside of the email body. And so normally we'd pre-fill the user's name here. And then we also pre-fill the workspace name. In this case, the workspace was just called test, but if it was called Google, then it would automatically pre-fill that for me so I don't have to type in all this customization. And then on top of that, I would also customize it a little bit more based on the company. So if I have a few use cases that might really make sense for them when using Basedash, I would include that here. And then in just one click, I would send them a sales email, and it's super simple. And then another cool thing is that we can jump into the history. And if I did send an email or if I edited some information about that user, we could then see it in the history here and see in line all of the different changes and touch points I've had with this customer, which is really cool. So we have this lightweight CRM built into Basedash that is just based off of my actual database data, which is really, yeah, that's really cool. I also have a couple of views here for our and stuff that, so I can track some metrics. But really for metrics, we mostly use this other app that we've built. And so this is our metrics app, which is a whole app dedicated to metrics. And so we have a ton of queries here. These are mostly SQL queries that we're running on our database to fetch information. We actually have Stripe hooked up to Basedash as a data source, which is something we support. And so it's really cool because then we can just query our actual Stripe data with SQL. And I can jump into these. These are faked data, so it's not our actual metrics, but I can go into something like our MRR and we'll have a chart that looks like this that'll show off how much money we're making every month, or I can jump into something, our weekly active users, and see how many users are using our product every week. So this is cool. And then what's even more cool about this though is that it's not just for our internal team. We've actually invited our investors into here. And so our investors can access this app whenever they want. And so if they want to check up on our metrics, they can jump in, see how much money we're making, see how active our users are and stuff like that. And then it gives them a chance to see in real time how the company's doing. And that's been really cool. Saves us from having to constantly send over metrics over emails and stuff like that. So, yeah, those are the two main apps that I've been working with. Yeah, that's been really helpful. It's really simplified my workflows, especially on the sales side, because I don't have to be jumping around between some sort of customer list and my email client and copy pasting information and stuff like that. It's all just built into Basedash and it just works.